Replay viewers, welcome. Glad that you guys are here. As always, your hearts and invites and shares still matter to me, so please feel free to do so. Definitely sharing on Twitter still counts in my book. Excellent. I see a number of you joining us already, so this is great. Hello, Mr. Deeds. I love it. I still love that handle, by the way. Celeste is here. Brad is here. Brian is here. Please continue to swipe and invite and let's get the room as full as we possibly can, because I know that this is a question I get a lot, so I know some of you are wondering how you can find a deal. So my goal is to help you do so in this particular scope right now. Hello, Patrick. Glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. So what we're going to do, as you guys know, we're going to go ahead and get the Facebook people up in here. So make sure that while I'm doing that, you continue to swipe and invite. Let's see, Celeste, working on the training with my first offer for the homework. Excellent. That is excellent, excellent, excellent. Ideal Property, Jason is in the house, and I think I even saw the startup coach himself joining us, so that's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and get the Facebook people on here so we can get this party started. Hello to those of you on Facebook. Welcome. As you guys know, we are always in many places at once. So as you guys are joining us here on Facebook as well as Periscope, do me a favor, go ahead and give me first name, where you're from, how many units you currently have, because I want to greet you. If you are brand new, never been here before, Keedy says, I need to write a business plan. Ask me that when we get to the Q&A, Keedy. And by the way, if you can give me your first name, that would help. That way I don't have to call you by your handle. And give me your first name, where you're from, and how many units you currently have, and we will make it happen. Hey, startup coach, keep it simple. Yes, we're definitely going to talk. If you want to talk about a business plan and keeping it simple, I'm totally going to help you with that one. Anyway, as you guys can see, we have a podcast on iTunes. Yes, that's no news, CashFlowDiaryPodcast.com. If you like and you want some of these replays from time to time, by all means, make sure you catch up with us and get them at CashFlowDiary.tv, CashFlowDiary.tv. What? I don't know what that was, Jamie. Sorry. Roderick, 0 for now. Eddie from Chicago is here. Wanda in Louisiana. Kanisha in Louisiana. Hey, Wanda and Kanisha, guess what? You're both in the same place. You're both in the same place. So that's interesting. We just figured out that two of you are in the same location right now. Let's see, what is in Instagame? Yeah, I have no idea what that is either. So 2 units and going to HMO. I am from UK. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you are from the UK and doing that. So if you can catch the replays, feel free to do so. Again, give me first name, where you're from, and how many units you currently own, and so that you guys know a little bit about me for those who may not. My name is Jay Massey, CEO of CashFlow Diary, and what we do is we train you, we teach you, we help you become an entrepreneur, specifically as it relates to real estate. So I don't want you just to do a deal. Many people can help you get a deal done. My job is to help you actually not just do a deal, but build a business. So hopefully we'll be able to help you with pieces of that as we go forward today. And again, for those of you on Facebook, make sure that you just comment below the video, and I will, or in the comment stream, and I'll be able to see those as well, so that you guys know at the end of the day, what it comes down to is that my job is to help you get further and further and further along in this entrepreneurial journey. And if you're here to learn how to do this thing over time and with steps, and you're not looking for the get rich quick, I am totally equipped to handle and help you. We've helped lots of people in many different places, many different faces, and that's one of the things that we enjoy doing. As many of you know, what I'm getting ready to go over is we're going to be talking about how to find a deal. I'm going to show you the fastest way I know to find a deal. Period. That's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the fastest way that I have found to actually find a real estate deal that you can close and begin to work on. I'm going to show you that. And this is a precursor because a number of you have been asking things like, how do I get started? How do I find a deal? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's exactly what we're going to do is I'm going to help you find that deal. I'm going to show you what that looks like and to make sure that that it works out. And then at the end of the day, yes, eBay, I did shave. I had a presentation. Some of you may have seen me. Music for Mom, good afternoon. Yes, Red Parrot shared on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you guys. Again, as you guys know on Facebook and here on Periscope, the broadcaster is heavily dependent on you guys sharing for the message to spread. So when you do that, it tells me you really, really like me. They like me. So we're going to show you the details of how to do that. Now, many of you have heard already. Some of you have not. What we are doing this weekend is I'm going to have a masterclass on the topic of wholesaling. It's how I started. Mrs. T. Robinson J., my first time live. Excellent. Glad that you could finally make it. But we're having a masterclass on the topic of wholesaling. This is the how you buy properties at a discount and sell them at a discount. How you find them, buy them, get the buyer's list, the seller's list, all those types of things and the pieces together. We will be having that class this Saturday. When I am doing something, I always have a priority notification list, meaning the people who say, yes, I'm really, really interested in this particular topic that you're doing, Jay. I want to make sure I'm the first one notified. They text dollars to 313131. Let me tell you why this is important, because typically I give them up to a 2-hour head start. And if the class fills up just from them, then nobody else ever hears about it. And we just carry on and move forward. Now, I know with technology, we could have thousands upon thousands of people. If I was interested in having thousands of people, then I wouldn't be doing it live because I couldn't get to all the questions. So what we're doing is we're limiting class size simply because I actually want to be able to answer all your questions, and I can't answer questions of 300 people, but I can answer the questions of a few in a very short period of time. So if you have an interest in this Saturday being there, you want to text $30 to 313131. Is the course available for core members? You already have the course, Roderick. What we're doing is what we call a masterclass. It would be additional into whatever your annual membership is. And again, it's not going to be much because it's just going to be a few hours, but it's a few hours with me live on this one topic for a very specific reason, because I've been getting, when I look at the chats, I see lots of questions over and over and over again. Jay, how do I get started? What do I do? And a lot of those individuals, they don't have access to the Q&A like you do, Roderick, later today, right? So you have access to that Q&A to where you can get some of those questions answered. And this is how I can help other people who haven't quite stepped up to be a member, but still not leave them out in the cold. That's how I look at it. So if you want to be on that priority notification list, and again, Roderick, you're more than welcome to come. I love the existing members because they also bring another way of looking at it. Wanda is here. Excellent. Thanks for being here. Hey, eBay. I see all of you guys on Periscope as well as Facebook. I see Jane and Martel, it looks like, is here on Facebook. We also have Tyler. Tyler might be new. I haven't seen you before. And Lewis, welcome to being here as well. So let me just show you this quick way to find a deal, and I think you'll be excited about it. All right. So I'm going to go someplace you've heard of before, especially if you are in the United States, and I just totally pressed the wrong button. So let's try that one. That website probably looks familiar to most of you. This is a website in the U.S. known as Craigslist. It's known as Craigslist. It's where people, post things. It's not, as you can see, graphically pretty. It's not, but it's very functional. It's not meant to do anything other than to be a local marketplace. So think of it as a flea market. Matthew Hoyer is asking, do I have a podcast? Yes, Matthew. The podcast you can find the episodes there. We release new ones on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. CashFlowDiaryPodcast.com. We have well over 200 episodes sitting there waiting for you. So let's get back to this. All right. So what you can see right here is just I'm in Orange County, California, so that's why it's there. So it doesn't have to be Orange County, California. It could be any of these U.S. cities. I'm just picking Orange County, and as you can see right here, there's a number of other U.S. cities covered. Okay, a community board. Good way of putting it, Mr. Dietz. Thank you. So here's what I'm going to do. So follow these steps very, very clearly. All right, follow these steps. As you can see, there's a housing section, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on these housing sections in specific order. The first one I'm going to hit is right here. It says real estate for sale. So When I tap real estate for sale, it's going to begin to bring up all kinds of listings and various prices. And for those of you not in California, well, you're going to be in sticker shock. Just know that. So this might be a reason you choose to stay in California now that you see the price. So I'm at real estate for sale, right? But I'm looking for I'm looking for very specific things in this case, right? I don't want just quote unquote any piece of real estate. I want the ones that have I will say the highest likelihood of me being able to get a transaction or to be able to get a deal. Now let me see if I can get, here we go, 1 second, 1, 2. I am tapping on my screen trying to get the screen to format a certain way so that it works out the way that I like it. All right. So where it says search, what I'm looking for certain filters and things along this whole thing. So over here on the left, you can't see that. So over here on the left, you've got all different types of housing, right? So obviously there's only a certain type of house that I'd be looking for. Some of you duplex, flat, a house, townhouse, and that's probably all I'm going to type for this particular search, right? And then that's about all I care about, honestly, at this particular moment. But I want real estate for sale, and then I'm going to type, here's one of the keywords I'm going to type, OWC. Okay, OWC. Hopefully you can see, let me make it a little bit bigger. You can see OWC. I'm typing shorthand. It just means owner will carry. Owner will carry. Notice how, okay, so let's go back. How many results did we have before? I had 2,500. Let me see if I can tap here, go away. Yes, I had 2,500 before, and now I'm going to narrow this search by the parameters that I just said, and I type OWC, and now I'm down to 3, right? So, and this 3 looks like the same 2. It looks like one of them has been typed a couple of times, right? And what is OWC? Yeah, I'm going to explain that in just 1 second. But what you can see right here is the same picture, right? So April 25th, April 26th, and May 25th. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like they're in the same place, 29 Palms. This is the code for in the middle of nowhere, California, but that's okay. I'm just trying to show you how to find a particular deal. OWC, again, means simply, for those of you who don't know, OWC simply means owner will carry. The reason this is important is because that means you don't have to qualify for traditional financing with a bank. So OWC is one of the terms that you could search for any particular property and begin to find something that might work out if you say you're credit challenged or you can't find a place to stay or you're trying to find a place and you're just like, I don't quote unquote have the money. Well, when you say that to yourself, I don't have the money, and you're thinking you don't have the money or you can't get the loan. Well, if someone else is willing to carry the loan, then that reduces the amount of money you might need. In this case, they're asking $75,000, but it's OWC. So there's probably a down payment amount that he's looking for, which in this case is $25,000. Okay, I'm not saying this is a good deal per se for you, but what I'm showing you is how quickly you can find one when you know what to look for. So yes, thank you, Dietrich, for typing that. How will the owner carry the payment? I don't think I understand the question. I'm sorry. What do you mean, how will they carry the payment? I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. It's not like the payment weighs anything, so there's not like physical strength that's required to carry the payment. I don't think I understand what you're asking me. Just ask it a different way if you can, and I will gladly answer it. Let me check the Facebook questions real fast just to make sure, and I'll keep going. Jasper from Long Island. Hello, Jasper. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. No problem. Awesome. All right, so let's get back to. But hopefully you can see how long did it take me to show you. I mean, it took me longer to explain it, and it always takes me longer to explain it than it does to actually do it, right? And the other thing that I want you to notice and that I want you searching for, you're welcome, Flo, you're welcome. is if you notice in the upper left corner when I do this Craigslist search, it says Orange County Housing and it says real estate by owner. That's the other thing that I'm looking for, is real estate by owner. Whoa, questions. That means the owner will carry the mortgage, right? The mortgage or the trust deed, yeah, depending on the state. It's like, I'll let you hold the house until you pay it off while, yes, correct. He doesn't understand how it works. Got it. So simply, it's if you're familiar with your car, when you buy a car, it's very similar to this process. So when the dealership says they carry the financing, they don't have to go to a third party. You make your payments to the dealership for the car, etc. So it's the same thing. You're going to make your payments to whomever this person is. So I suggest you have a good relationship with them. You like them, they like you, etc. And over time, you're just going to make your payment to them as opposed to making it to the bank. I own a lot of these mortgages. About to say the car. Yes, good. Yes, the car is it's just an example I like to use. It's probably not the best example because it's more, but it's an example that a lot of us can relate to. So the other thing that you're looking for, again, let me show you. Let me see if I can make this bigger. You know what? I'll make the iPad like that. It says Orange County Housing, real estate by owner. What you really want is real estate by owner. So when I typed in OWC, I had 3 listings. When I didn't type anything, I had 2,500, but real estate by owner narrowed it down to 926. And you can see how you can begin to narrow down the type of things that you're looking for really, really quickly. So let me see. So this one says make money in a 4-unit complex, 249,000. If this is 249,000 out here, that's probably not that. Oh, it's Adelanto, which again, desert, but this is what you can see. And they're being very, very clear. It says no seller financing available, but it is for sale by owner. For sale by owner would be another keyword search that you would use. So I've given you 2 different ways and there's many more ways to use Craigslist. There's tons more ways to use Craigslist to make this work. And my goal is to put you guys into action so that you have the ability to do it. So you're beginning to understand why, why I like doing this, because it suddenly, in this, what has it been, 10 minutes that we've been here, you're just like, oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of opportunity right here in front of me. Well, there's a lot of stuff like that. And what I want to do is I want to invest more time with you guys. So if you want to be there this Saturday, you want to text dollars to 313131, text dollars to 313131. Last time, text dollars to 313131. And what we're going to do is we're going to hang out for a little while. And I'm going to show you more stuff like this so you can get into more deals and get this wholesaling process started for you in a very real way. And let me see, what was I thinking? Some of you, before Saturday, you might actually find yourself in a situation to where you get into the position of a deal. Well, you're probably going to need some paperwork in order to make that happen. So you can go pick up a copy of what we call our quick offer kit at CashFlowDiary.com/5 sheets. So that's completely free. And that'll help you begin this process of getting the property under contract. So if between now and Saturday you find something and you want to bring it to class on Saturday, totally break it down and help you get it closed if we can, because that would actually be that would be the most fun for me if somebody actually did that, because then everybody would learn and it would be, it would make you a ton of money, whatever that looks like for you. My point here today, right now, was just to show you how to find a deal, how to get out there and make something happen. The next step, by the way, okay, so let's be clear. The next step after looking at this isn't to go start running comps and looking at research and doing all this other stuff. That is not the next step. Okay, let me say it again. That is not the next step. The next step is Motivators 7 LLC. You said say that again. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm not sure what you're referring to right now. I will gladly say whatever I need to say again. I just don't know what I need to say again. So if you could help me out, that would be great. What it comes down to, the next step, however, isn't all of this information, isn't to analyze this information. That is not the next step. There is only one next step, okay? That next step, let me see if it's on here somewhere, is, well, that's pretty weird. Okay, well, then the only next step they're allowing us to do is hit the reply button. So that's what you're going to do, because that's what they've got. That is your next step, is to hit the reply button and see if you can't get them on the phone. Let me be clear when I say this. I don't want you trying to sell and get properties under contract via email. Yeah, you think it's sexy and wizardry and all this fun stuff. The relationship is built on the phone, in person, kind of like this, through video, live video in this case, right? You don't do this by trying to sit at, you think you're going to fire off a quick email to build the relationship. You need to get them on the phone. I don't care about any of the other numbers. I don't care about anything else that's in this listing. I just need to know that you have a property for sale and give me a phone number and your name. I don't even really need your name. I just need a phone number. And then you need to get on the phone and start negotiating and finding out what you can. Rob J, I have a lead list and was planning to send yellow letters. Do you have an alternative? Ooh, yes, I have a huge alternative. And you unknowingly, you have stepped on one of my biggest pet peeves. I can't stand yellow letters. I can't stand yellow letters because they are overly expensive to do in the first place. You got to get the names, you got to get the list. You're stressing over, what do I write in the letter? What do I put in the envelope? How do I get them to open it? And then you got to mail it. And then the mailing in and of itself takes a lot more resources, and it costs a ton of money. And then you send it, and then if you send 1,000, 2,000, you're sitting there wondering, did anything happen? And you might get 20, maybe 30, 40 phone calls. Awesome. But then you may not close a deal because you're not building the relationship you need. And then you got to do it all over again. And you got to do it all over again. And you got to do it all over again. Now, again, I'm not saying there's any one-time investment and then you're done, but I'm saying there's a better way to do that. I missed it. There was a comment about Louisiana. Totally missed it. I'm sorry. But that's why we're doing this Saturday, is to help you guys with things, not necessarily your marketing. That's the other thing that I keep hearing that you guys keep asking me a ton of questions about is marketing, and I had to choose. Okay, are we going to talk about marketing, or are we going to talk about getting started in real estate investing? I had to choose, so I chose that. So I'm sensing that you guys want to talk maybe next week or the week after all about marketing, and we'll totally nail this subject. How do we find the funds to pay for what is it? The funds to pay for, I don't know what it was, I just saw the comment and it says, how do we find the funds to pay for it? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I totally missed it. But the property, raising capital. Yeah, that's, so now you get on topic number 3. I can only talk about so many things in the short time that we have together, guys, over and over and over again, but we're getting there. Yes, it's the number 5. Thank you, Dietrich. Oh, that's what you wanted? You wanted to know the 5 sheets. So there it is. The quick offer kit is CashFlowDiary.com/5 sheets. CashFlowDiary.com/5 sheets. You should be able to see it on your screen. So if you need the documents to begin to get some of these under contract. My point is, yes, I can't stand yellow letters. Are there better ways? Absolutely. And instead of switching topics in the middle of this scope, let's get to the perfect topic. Let's do an entire scope, maybe an entire week on just nothing but marketing. Can I help you? GW888, I don't know what you need help with. I missed it. Mr. Deed says, what resource do you use when validating owner of a property or house specs in your area? When you say house specs, I need to know specifically what you're referring to. But as far as validating the owner, I don't worry about validating the owner until I'm in contract, in escrow, and that's exactly what title's job is. That title's job is supposed to do that, not me, so I don't care about trying to do that myself. Again, there's a lot of this quote-unquote work that you're doing that you've heard needs to be done. You're just doing it out of sequence. And what I'm trying to, let's get back to this, okay? So let's start this whole thing over. Let's watch this from the beginning, okay? Watch this, guys. This is how you get a deal started and done, right here. You ready? Hopefully you're ready, all right? Because it might go too fast if I do it. He got 100K and said he needed help to invest it. Okay, we do that. I mean, we have services where we either teach you how to do it or we help you put your money to work inside something that we're already doing. What you would need to do is you would need to schedule what we call a breakthrough session. And you could do that over at CashFlowDiary.com/help me, please. It's hard not to turn in a Q&A with Jay. We'll shut up and listen now. It's okay, Robbie. It's fine. So it's totally fine. It's completely fine. And just so you know, GW888, if you are going to do that, there's a $97 deposit required, because I find that makes sure that I'm dealing with real individuals, more than just individuals who want to talk. So I understand. I know it's hard, Kevin. I know it's hard. I know that every time I get on, but I'm just understand there's one of me and a lot of you, and my goal is to do my best to serve all of you as best I possibly can. But we've got to nail this sequence, all right? This has got to be nailed, all right? So right now, let's say you woke up today, whatever, you just got here, so welcome. Oh, that's right, I got to reset. For those of you who just got here recently, my name is Jay Massey, CEO of CashFlow Diary. What we do is we create real estate investors. If you're enjoying the content that you're hearing right now and watching, do me a favor, tap right here if you're on Periscope, and make sure that you subscribe. Tap him, tap my name, tap follow. If you're on Facebook, you need to hit the live notification button that's either come up in the chat or is on the video, so that you can be on the priority notification list to know when we're going live next. I've built a portfolio of hundreds of units, I've raised tens of millions of dollars, and my goal is to help more people become retired using real estate and real estate related assets, right? That's what we do. And the picture is a hoot. Well, I have a staff who, how do I say, they enjoy finding those moments when I've either lost or got frustration or something going on. What FB page do you stream on? Facebook.com/CashFlowDiary. Facebook.com/CashFlowDiary, which actually reminds me to check those comments right there. I don't think I'm following that Facebook page. You probably are following the page, but if you don't hit the live notifications blue button on Facebook, it won't notify you that we're live. Need a phone and an internet, great info. He's showing us what to do. Show true. Nikki, thank you. Idris, thank you for your kind words and comments. All right, so I'm gonna start this over, because I don't want you to make it complicated. I'm gonna start this over so that, oops, I just hit the wrong button. Hold on one second. I lost all your comments. Give me a second, guys. I hit the wrong button. I can't see anything. All right, so I'm gonna start this over. What platform are you using to stream your screens? Got it. We'll get to that in just a second. 1 second. All right, so I want you to see this. All right, so here we go. Watch this magic. You want to find a deal? All right, let me go back. Let me start it over. I'm gonna go back all the way out to Craigslist. Now remember, I went to Craigslist. I'm gonna go to real estate for sale. Right? I'm going to tap on real estate for sale. Hopefully iPad works. There we go. Okay, now notice I'm at real estate for sale in the county, and it's 2,500 listings. Do you see that? See, 2,500. It's right there. Big 2,500. Okay, very, very clear. All I'm going to do now is, you see right here, it says real estate for sale, but just above it, it says real estate by owner. I made one change. Real estate by owner, and I'm now down to 926 people, because I want to deal with the person who owns the property. All right? That's who you want to be dealing with as a real estate entrepreneur. You want to be dealing with the person who owns the property. So I can continue to just scroll through this and choose from these 926. Oh, but here's one that looks decent enough, right? Now, mind you, I'm in California, so this is a four unit at Rosarizo Alicio Blanco. I feel like sometimes in California I have to learn how to do Spanish. So it's an 8-bedroom, 3,000 square foot. This is going to be some small bedrooms. Duplex. That's what it's telling me. Okay. 8 bedrooms, 6 baths. So maybe the bedrooms aren't that small, but you get the idea. There's nothing wrong with it. I just can't do Spanish words very well. My wife, she speaks Spanish like nobody. I don't. Dora the Explorer is the extent that I go right now. So you see all of this. All of this is just is all you need. So from this standpoint, right? From this standpoint, the only thing you need to do next, you don't need any other information. What you need is contact information, and the only thing this particular seller has up there is the reply button. So what you're going to do is you're going to reply to try to get them on the phone. Please don't make it any more complicated than this. Don't make it any more complicated. Adding that complication, trying to appear like you know everything is costing you the deal. Stop it, right? Please stop it. Don't make me get upset at you. And what we're going to be doing this Saturday is we're going to be going through this process to get a number of you jump started, right? We're going to go through the class live. Me and you, your questions. If you've got deals, bring them. We'll totally break them down and make it happen, right? And obviously I can't teach our entire 16-hour course on wholesaling in one Saturday, right? I can't do that. But I do know that I can get a lot of you started. Just like in the time that you've spent watching right now, you feel and see more possibility than you did before. And you came back because you're like, cool, I don't know what he's about to talk about, but this is going to be good. Thank you for that, by the way. So if you want to be on the priority notification list, text dollars to 313131. Text dollars to 313131. Text dollars to 313131. Because the people on the priority notification list get first dibs at all the seats. And if the seats fill up, then the rest, it just doesn't happen. It's always good. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the nice comments. Again, make sure, as I've said before, always invite, always share, because the broadcaster is heavily dependent upon that. I'll be overseas. Will it be a replay? Typically, when we do that, you still want to text, because what'll happen is we occasionally make the recordings available for a discounted price, so that if you want to just watch them whenever, you still have that. Are you going to streaming this training? We use a completely different system, so it's not going to be on Facebook or what is this the other one? Periscope. But yes, you'll have a similar interface to what you're seeing right here, to where you'll be able to see me, and I'll actually be able to talk to some of you in real time. For those of you who want that feature, I'll be able to talk back and forth with you, because that always helps. So 31, 31, 31. 31, 31, 31. 3 31s. That looks like too many 31s, Jason. Too many 31s. But yes, text dollars to 31, 31, 31 for those of you who want to be there. And again, as I was saying earlier, if you happen to get in a deal between now and Saturday and you need the documentation, you go get our free quick offer kit at CashFlowDiary.com/5 sheets. CashFlowDiary.com/5 sheets. Let me check Facebook one more time, and then we will be done. And for those of you who are core members, I will catch you guys in just a moment inside our Q&A, like we always do. Let me see. Need a phone and internet. Great info. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, it's still refreshing. Hey, bro. Oh, you're talking to the other dude. Okay, got it. I was like, what? I don't think we're related, but maybe we were. It's all good. If you've got a question, that would be the time to ask. Otherwise, I'm just going to greet the remaining Facebook people I see here. I see Pascal and Nikki and Kenneth and Tom and Rick. Idris RC is in the house. Thank you for being here. Sherry is here. Lewis, Jane Blofus. Hey, she was a podcast guest, guys, so that's pretty cool. Thank you, Jane, for being here. Tyler, it looks like Nia has joined us as well. Thank you guys all for being here. And as I've said before, if you want to catch the replays of this particular stream, they're available on Periscope or at CashFlowDiary.tv, so that you can catch that. And as normal, you can pick up the podcast. We have a few hundred episodes. Did you see my other question regarding website for validating owner name and property details? I don't think I did. What do you mean? Oh, I did. I answered that. I thought I don't worry about validating the owner name at all until it's in escrow, and then I let title do it. That's not your job. There's no need. I mean, if this person is negotiating in bad faith and or isn't the owner, title's going to find that out. There's no need for you to try to do extra work. I don't want you putting any other steps. See, again, notice the steps I went through. I said, I made a decision. I want to buy a property. I went to Craigslist. I found for sale by owner. I picked one. You get on the phone. Done. Stop. Nothing else. No comps. No, well, what about the electricity bill? Well, I heard that the taxes are going to go. None of that matters until you own the thing. None of that matters. And that's what due diligence for. Okay? So just like squash all that. But that, again, that's why we're doing the class this Saturday, is because I want to make sure that those who want to make this thing move forward faster have an opportunity to do so. So make sure you text dollars to 313131 so that you can be on the priority notification list. Thumbs up. I just dealt with sellers that are not owners, therefore don't have the capacity. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're doing the best you can. It's not your job to try to find out, are you really the owner? Show me your papers. That's title. That's why title insurance exists. That's why those things are there. That's the whole point of it. So you don't do that work. That's not the highest and best use of your time. Have the course videos on your website been shortened for the dollar trial? No. We do break them up in more the 10 to 15 minute segments. 15, we don't shorten anything. That would be too much work. You know how many videos we got, man? That would be too much work. Well, even that or divorce or the ex has to sign as well. Yeah, totally understood. So yeah, all of those things get straightened out at title. You mentally knowing that is completely irrelevant. It becomes things that you can use for negotiations later. So just understand that. So anyway, if you want to catch the replay, get over to Periscope or CashFlowDiary.tv. As I've said before, the podcast is obviously available at CashFlowDiaryPodcast.com. You can pick that up, and new episodes come out every Monday and Thursday. I'm not sure if I'll be back later today, guys, because today is bowling with the kids. So nonetheless, hopefully this has helped you. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Until next time.